Hey guys, thanks for that applause. I'm Howard. This is Nate, and we are Lucky Dice Live. We're live. We're able to take questions. If you go on to the YouTube channel, look for Lucky Dice Live. You can also go to Lucky Dice Games on Facebook. You can also go to the Rock Facebook page. We are live at all those spots. You can type in. We can see your questions. We are also able to take phone calls right now. We're not quite ready to start taking phone calls from everybody, although we will have a special guest tonight. Aaron Constantine Morgan will be joining us a little bit later. So if you got questions for Aaron, you guys can get them ready. You can type. For those that don't know it, Aaron is the Rock Kid judge. He's a Whiz Kids judge, and he is a HeroClix enthusiast, and furthermore, he's a friend of mine that I've had for years. And we're going to have him on. We're going to be talking to him specifically about Kingdom New Orleans and how that event went last week. We're really going to focus a lot on the 2 versus 2 because we're wanting to run a 2 versus 2 here, and we're wanting to hear the pros and the cons, the ups and the downs, the things that we should have, could have done. That was anyway. So that's going to be interesting. I also, before we get him on, I'm going to talk a little bit about HeroClix news and a little bit about rock news, things that are going on. So my day, how was your day, man? What did you do today?
It was all right.
Well, mine was all right, but
bunch of random chores and stuff.
Well, mine started early. You heard most of it already. It started with my accountant and taxes and getting stuff done, and then I had a long conversation with Whiz Kids today, talking about the Rock Cup and pricing and going over everything. I've also that conversation went well. I had a long conversation with Scott Porter. I had a long who else did I talk to? I got some kind of bad news. We'll go over that. It's not real bad news, but I got kind of bad news that I want to share about the cup.
Hey, Nicole, how are you?
Hey, Nicole. But I talked about a lot of things. I had a lot of stuff going on. I had to get set up. We're now taking Gundam TCG orders, which I think is going to be the next hotness. I mean, we had, I guess, in the last 5 years, Digimon was the first thing that went nuts, though it went way down, and then we had Lorcana and One Piece, which are both very stable and doing very well right now. And I think that Gundam TCG is going to be that game. I think it's going to be another Lorcana or One Piece. It's too popular, so I think people are going to. I think it's going to be hot, and of course I've got a good hookup for Bandai product, and we're taking pre-orders. So I had to do that. Then we have a Valentine's a new format that Lorcana gave us for next week for Valentine's Day. It's a pretty cool deal. It's a 2-pack deal. You don't play with Lorcana, but they gave us boosters for free, and they gave us. And then we also got to buy a little bit of product, some stuff that I have not been able to get a hold of, I got the Steamboat Willie playmats, which are extremely hard to get of. They were released with set 1. So we got those. I've already sold half of those. And anyways, it's a new format they got that players come in and they get 2 packs for free. And then there's a format, which I haven't read yet, that they play each other. And with just those decks, and when they're through playing, they keep the decks, they keep the cards, and they leave. And I mean, it's
just a free event.
Yeah, it's a little free event.
That's always good.
Yeah.
It's good for the player base.
So I haven't, like I said, I've got to publish the details and let people know about that over the weekend. And so, anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. And so that, and just doing a bunch of other things, it just seems like every time. There's just was something going on constantly, and I'm also trying to work on taxes for the business, and didn't get as much of that done as I wanted to. It's all the other things kind of overrode it. So on HeroClix news, I got a couple things I want to discuss. We'll start with the Rock Cup. Announcement will be coming Monday. I will be making a formal announcement for the Rock Cup. Most of it you guys have already heard here. Oh, here's the bad news. Is the hotel, all right, so how this hotel came about, our venue mentioned to me that he had a hookup at the hotel that was down the street. And that they told him that if he ever ran something, that they'd give him a special rate. I said, fine, man, let's do that. Let me hook me up with him. So he hooked me up with him. And then I proceeded to get a call, and they wanted me to actually book rooms, which is not what I wanted to do. I've done that before. I did that in Atlanta, but that's when we actually had the event in the hotel, and it made sense. But they wanted me to book rooms, block rooms off, and guarantee those rooms. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I just want you guys to give me a decent rate to let me pass on to the guys, and they can book their rooms. And so after that conversation, they emailed me back and said that they would only be interested in doing the booking thing, and that the best rate that they could give me would be like $181. And so I'm looking online, and I can book it right now for $140. And I'm like, what the hell? And so
No point.
yeah, so anyway, I'm going to list the hotel. It's something you guys can stay and you can get a rate in. But I'm also going to, over the weekend, I'm going to find a bunch of other hotels that are as close to proximity as I can, with an array of prices, and we will give you guys 3 or 4 recommendations of places to go that you can stay at, just like we've done in the last few years. The hotels that we've been recommending are still good hotels, but they're a little further away than you might want to be. To give you an idea, the venue that we're going to, when I looked it up, I want to say it was 7 miles away. 7 miles to go. Does that sound right? 7 miles. 7 miles to there from Lucky Dice. Seems like that's not that far, is it?
It doesn't take that long to drive
No.
to Campus 805 from the old Lucky Dice store. You could get there in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so it's a 10-minute drive from the. It's probably a 10-minute drive, like what Nate said, from those hotels. If you want to go back to any of the hotels that we recommended last year, you can. But I'm going to be able to give you some hotels that's a little bit closer. So anyway, I will be working that this weekend. The announcement on Monday will just be, all it will be is giving the dates, times, I guess, of what we're doing, and the itinerary and events will not be announced yet. The pricing will not be announced yet. That is, and now I actually have the itinerary spread out, but I'm waiting to see what the events are going to be. There's some sealed events that are planned, and I need to know what we're playing with and how much, and I need to make sure that everything's being supported correctly before I can announce what we're doing. And then what's going to happen after this week, after Monday, is as things become clear and solid, I will be announcing the itinerary. I will be announcing the prices for the events. You guys already know that I'm planning on doing a VIG Family is Everything package that's going to be going up as soon as that gets firmed up. I'm going to be putting that up to be able to purchase. So all these things there's a lot of things that have got to happen before they got to be firm before I announce them. Even though I think that I'm probably 85% sure of everything that we're doing. So, but I got to be 100%. So to give you that's what's going on. For those that don't know it, the event will be in Huntsville, Alabama. It will be at Divergence. We will be announcing that, giving directions. I'll have some pictures and some video of Divergence itself. I thought I was going to be showing the hotel pictures, which I still will show the pictures of the hotels that I'm recommending. But but anything I recommend, I'm not gonna give you a bad recommendation. I mean, I can always send you to a cheap hotel, but you're not gonna like one of the cheapest hotel that was on the south end of town was way down Kings Inn. You know where Kings Inn is. I never did and never will recommend that hotel. Yeah. So if I'm sending you somewhere, it's a place that I feel like is safe and secure and a decent hotel.
I mean,
And
it's on South Huntsville is not bad. It's not
no,
like it's
no,
like
but that particular
Morristown, but
hotel.
that hotel,
Yeah, it's that hotel.
not where you want to be staying.
No, no. And the other one that's a little bit further down the road, I didn't have a problem recommending. It's not one I think I listed, but it's what is that place called? It's got the Ninth Hole Bar there. It's down by first by Regions and by Ryan's.
I know what you're talking about. But
And I cannot think of what that hotel is, but I've
yeah, I don't
I've
know.
actually had people stay there. And it's okay. It's a medium hotel, but I think it's safe. But I didn't even list that one. I just had some people that would say, "Hey, man, do you know anything?" And I would say, "This is the place to go," and that's where I would send them. But again, we're going to be moving to a different spot, and we'll have different hotels and so on and so forth. So that was my little bit of bad news. It was about the hotel. I thought that we were going to get a decent deal, and I thought that I would be able to recommend only that one hotel, and didn't work out that way. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Unless you knew exactly how many people were coming, you don't want to pay for a block
No.
of, let's say however many rooms, and then
well, what we did
people
when
don't show up, and then
I-
you're out of pocket those rooms or something.
I've done that before, but I felt very good because the events were in the hotel,
Yeah.
and I knew that people would want to stay there. I felt very good about blocking off because I mean it's actually really cool, man. You can walk down, play a game, go up to your room, rest, and come back down. There's always something going on. It's and what I was shooting for was a casino feel because that's what you can do at a casino. You go down and you play games, you sit at the bar, you whatever you want to do. Then you go back up to your room, and then you wait. Then maybe you take a nap. It's 10 o'clock at night. It's like, hey, I want to go play some HeroClix, and you get a buddy, or maybe we're still running battle royals. Who knows? And you go down there and you play.
Yeah.
We actually had it set up when we did there. You could play all night long. We had a vendor there that was staying open all night long, and we were running battle royals the entire time. And we had a midnight event. I remember going to bed, getting up the next morning, and walking down there like at 6:30 and 7 o'clock, and they're in the semifinals of this event, and they're playing in the event that's about to start in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Kenny Pena was one of them. He was playing out. He was playing a guy from Tennessee that doesn't play anymore. I can't remember his name. They ended up Kevin something. Kevin and Kenny were in the finals of that midnight. We had that midnight event had 67 or 70 people in it for a midnight event.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So anyway, let's see, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, there's something I do want to talk about. I've been giving a lot of thought about. So what WizKids has done is they've made available where venues can purchase the supercharged sealed online. So the way this used to work is that you would have to contact WizKids, say, hey, I want to run a supercharged event. They would approve you. You'd buy the product straight from them. They'd invoice you. Then they would ship it out. They don't want to do it anymore because I guess they just don't want to do with the logistics and everything. So what they're doing is they're setting up these kits at the distributor, and then you can buy the kits. And then all you got to do is just purchase them. For example, there's a Black Panther kit that's available right now, and you would get the kit supports 20 max. That's it. So you have to cap it, and you for $20. I mean, the kit cost about $1,000, and you get you get all the pricing. The pricing is meant for the event. You're getting part of the stuff that you're getting is the actual product for the sealed product for the event. You're going to be playing with 2 Black Panther and 1 Deadpool in this particular one. And participants get Scarlet Witches. The Scarlet Witches are selling for about $100. So if you spend less than $100, you're actually being given your money right back. So that's good. So I've been thinking about this a lot since we talked. And WizKids has been charging, and even the last one I did, it was a $45 deal, and you got 3 boosters, and we had no problem with that. But this kit is more, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'm calculating it out at $45. I'm only breaking even, so the only way that I can make some kind of money, and then if I sell out, I'm only going to make about a 30% profit. So a 30% profit is worth my time. Okay, I'm willing to do that. But to do that, I've got to sell it for $60. So I've talked to some players, and I was going to buy this. Dennis was going to buy it, and we backed out because we thought that this wasn't a good deal. I've changed my mind. Um, I don't think it's a great deal, but I think it's a doable deal. I think that I can charge $60. And I know when I asked you, you said no, but I've asked some other people. If you play a battle royal like the Cup, or if you go to Worlds, you're paying $20 to get 1 booster, but you got good pricing on the table. This is the same thing. You're paying $60, but you're walking away with a Scarlet Witch minimum. You've made $40 there if you're looking at it equitably, and then you have a chance at other things. And you have first place gets a couple of retail chase boosters that sell for a minimum of $150 each. That's $300 in pricing there. Plus they get the convention exclusives that come with it. This particular one had King Thor and it had Hawkeye on it, and there was some other stuff that I don't remember. Anyway, my point is I think that it's worth doing, and I think I also could run battle royals on my own on the side for other pricing, and people would play. So I've changed my mind. I've come full circle, and now I'm supportive of it, and I'm going to start running them. What I don't like about this, what I don't like about what WizKids is doing, and I've told them so, and I'm actually going to write something very formal to them, is there's no control over this, meaning that any venue can buy this. Any venue can go and buy this from the distributor. Now, why is that a problem? The problem is that there's no control over who's buying them and who's running events and how the events are being run, only that they've been sold. So I'm a mom and pop store out in the middle of Utah, out of Wyoming, something, I don't know. I buy this kit. Maybe I got 3 players that show up on a regular basis. I buy it. I don't advertise it. I don't do anything with it and just list it. And I run it on a weeknight instead of a weekend. And people come out. I get if we did that and I ran it on a Wednesday night, we'd probably get 8 players. Okay. So I prize out 8 players. You guys are phenomenally happy. Okay, now I've got all that pricing left for the other 12, and I can sell it. And now I made a lot of money. But that's not the intent of this kit. And I think that venues should have to pick dates, and venues should have to be approved to be able to run it. When I run regionals for WizKids, for Rock, for example, I control it. States, regionals, the bigger events, I control. Meaning that somebody has to ask me to run it. I look at the venue. Either I already know them, where are you doing this? What are you doing? You realize you have to follow our rules. Blah 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 blah. They're going to run it on a Saturday. They just schedule it. They put it on there, and I'm okay with that. I can make that. I approve them, and even with me taking the precautions, there's occasionally things go south. Like there in states, there was one state that I sold, and I was not happy with the way they ran things, and there was complaints and problems, and they won't get one again. I'll move it. But if I'm not doing that at all, then and I'm just selling to whoever, they're doing whatever they want. They're just getting all this pricing. What WizKids doesn't realize is I've got over 20 years of experience in this game. I've been playing it since the beginning. There was a time frame when I was hardly ever at home, which this was back when you first met me. Not long thereafter, after I quit playing at the Deep, I started another company with somebody, and it was a traveling sales company, and I was on the road anywhere in the United States. There's hardly not a town, city, or state that I haven't been in on the east side, and a lot of them on the west side. I mean, I've been in all of them, and we would stay in hotels. Well, we're in hotels, and I'm gone for 3, 4 weeks at a time, and I would we have the weekend, we'd have a Sunday, and I'd take my HeroClix with me, and I would look up on the wind, and I'd find a local venue, and I'd try to find something in proximity that I could drive a plane to. I remember being in North Carolina, and there was an event scheduled, and I jumped in my car, I drove out, and where I ended up was in the middle of a neighborhood. I'm like, what the hell? So I looked it up, called the store, the owner of the store answers, and I said, hey man, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for your store, there's supposed to be a HeroClix event going on. A what? A HeroClix event going in. A HeroClix event? What? Yeah, there's supposed to be a HeroClix event going on today. I was coming to play. He says, HeroClix. Yeah, HeroClix. I remember there was a guy that came in the store and told me that if I would order this stuff, he would that he would take care of it. And he just comes in and he picks up all the LEs and everything. And so they were falsifying events, and the guy was pocketing all the OP and just taking it home. And there was no event. And I've seen a lot of things that, I mean, I've also seen venues running things improperly. So when you're not approving events and you're not looking at events, you are subject to getting a lot of backlash from players, potential problems. You got, does your judge know what they're doing? Does the venue know what they're doing? Are they following the rules? Are they making up their own rules? I've seen venues, I remember a venue in Utah that was trying to run an event, and they would not let outside people come in because they wanted only their people to come in, even though it was like a qualifier or something. And so there's a lot of scandalous venues and a lot of scandalous players, and this thing that they're doing with buying it from the distributor, to me, is opening up all of that for people to do. And I think they're going to find out that that's not the way to do it. I don't have a problem with them, with you ordering it to the distributor and the distributor sending it to you. I have a problem with nobody approving and looking at the events and how they're doing. That's my thing. So anyway, that's my HeroClix news and rock news. Let's see if we can get Aaron and get a hold of him and see where he's at. I think it's a good time to bring him on the show. Nate, what do you got to talk about?
Not a whole lot. We played on Wednesday. We played 3 battle royals. We pulled pretty good. First game, there was a good bit of...
You pulled pretty... Well, I pulled pretty good one
No,
time.
I didn't pull anything besides Thanos. That was a super rare.
Well, you pulled it at the right time.
No, I pulled running.
Yeah, my problem was my dice stunk. Didn't stink really the last game, but the
everybody
first 2
rolled
games.
pretty bad, especially the first game, and then
it was
towards
tough.
the end, I started rolling pretty decent and pulled away. Yeah, we played 3 battle royals. I ended up winning all of them because everybody's dice were pretty poor all night, and I rolled pretty good at opportune times. Yeah, Wednesday I ended up leaving with an Agatha Chase, Prime Namor. The second game we didn't pull anything, so the best prize was super rare Ant-Man.
Well, to give you an idea of what he was running, he had
He
Thanos, but he had 2 TK figures, so he could TK forward and back. He could do it. He could do a
game
yo-yo.
3. My battle royale team was Thanos, the common, and then Cosmo, and then the collector. Swarm of Ants, which did absolutely nothing, just sat in a corner because I didn't need them. And then
I don't think you attacked with hardly anything but Thanos.
I didn't do anything with anything but Thanos and TKing and trying to get.
Well, the other
so Cosmo has enhancement, and I also had Iron Man Sentry.
Yes.
So I ran them up and just sat Thanos next to him and TK'd a little bit, and then just wiped something at least every turn. And
so he was doing 7 clicks of damage. With range every
when Thanos is outwit, so you just outwit your defense and then
outwit, shoot,
wipe you.
dead, and I mean it was just one-shotting. Agatha is actually a pretty good piece, and he one-shot her. Came pretty much across. Then I started I started hiding with her. I would bring her out and I would attack, and then I'd have something carry her off where he couldn't get to her all the way across the board.
Yeah.
But I mean, he one shot everything.
There
I
was
mean,
only one turn I didn't one shot everything. It's because I missed willpower. So
Yeah.
I had to clear.
so there's just no keeping
I
up
think I had
with
like
him there.
500 and some points or something. Every turn I was getting around 100 points.
And now I had Thanos my game, but everybody stayed away from him.
Yeah.
But there was a better Ray on the board, so my Thanos could be
Yeah.
outwitted.
Yeah, you didn't have.
But okay. Aaron is booting up his laptop right now, so as soon as he is ready, we will. I'm gonna have him just call this call. We need the number. You have it?
Yeah, I can pull it up and then you can type it in there.
256-513 what?
9667.
9667.
67.
So anyway, my team was pretty good too, but my dice really, really crapped out. I mean, it was really bad. I missed willpower rolls, I think twice. I was in a situation where I could one shot. I was going to kill something the next turn. All I had to do was just roll, and nope, I didn't.
That first game was brutal. I mean, there's just nobody could roll anything. I don't think almost anybody got points until the very end. We ended up started kind of killing stuff, but everybody was forgetting to do stuff. Like turn one, I should have gotten that kill, but I've completely forgot about having the +1 for that thing. So that
I forgot a few things, but mostly it was just bad dice rolls.
But yeah, and then nobody really got points that game. It just came down to the very end. I rolled like two attack rolls that ended up
Let me get
happening.
this off the screen. I was pretty miserable. For me. It was not that fun of a night. It was just literally.
I stand by that game. Me, you, and Jonathan played was probably the best battle royal I've played because we all just ran around.
I remember that.
Killed stuff. It
came down to the very end.
Everybody was within 10 points of each other. Every turn, something was dying. Like everybody was getting points. It was pretty fun. It wasn't anybody that was upset.
Yeah, so I think that's that. I agree. Battle royals are fun to me. I love playing them. I love playing sealed. But for that night for me, when I had good teams, my dice crapped out. When I had so-so team, like the third game, I actually had a decent team. I thought, but you had something.
I think everybody had a decent team actually. The
but
third
you
game,
had
except for I pulled the stupid common Thanos that just wins.
Well, if we would have had
and we had multiple. Everybody almost had. How many? There was 4 TKs on the board or something. So like I ended up getting 2 because they were passed to me because somebody took the other one or whatever. And then
I didn't. I know. I thought about when I was one passing to you, and I'm like, I don't want to do this, but I need that. And you had one T. By the time I recognized it, you already had one. It just didn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, even then, you still would have. I think you still should have. You would have dominated. Honestly, the enhancement probably affected us more than the TK.
Oh, it did.
Yeah. We should. The enhancement is something I wished you wouldn't have had.
Yeah.
But anyway, Thanos is. You're lucky if you pull him. I don't think that he should be pulled from the game. I know I hear people complaining about him, but I don't really think that that's the problem. I think that it's just what you get with him.
In battle royals, he's just really good. Whether you have some, I mean, you're really not going to have stuff for the sideline, but it's really quiet for some reason.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Aaron.
You got
Aaron, let me.
Bluetooth.
I know, Aaron. Call back in just a second. I forgot to hook my Bluetooth up. All right. Hey Siri, hook up Bluetooth. Okay.
He said the audio on Facebook's also super low.
Well, we can fix that. You can.
I don't know why, because
that's controlled here. I think we just. Who's saying that? Aaron. How about now? That better? All right. So let's. That should. All right. We're connected now. You can call. Keep going. I am going. Where do you want me to go? Just call.
I think he was just meaning the audio.
Can you hear okay now? All right, maybe he means keep going, raising the volume. It's that one. Is that better? How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, at some point, they're just going to start hearing our breathing and everything.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I mean, that's pretty loud right there in my ears.
Yeah.
Can you hear me very well now? More? Hold on a second. Maybe we're going to end up having to use that other mic, too. I can put that mic over here. I wonder if we should do that. Let's do that. Let's see if that makes any difference. Let me put this over here next to me. Hello. Can everybody hear me very well? How about that, Aaron? Can you hear me good? Aaron is just deaf. Dead. Aaron, you're deaf, dead. I like him just being deaf better than deaf. All right. Sound check. How's everybody? Can they all hear really well now?
He said, now I can actually hear you.
I think he means now I can actually hear you.
Yeah.
All right, so call, man. We have people all over the world waiting to hear your voice. She's on YouTube. I think YouTube's the better place to go anyway. And I wish people would just migrate to YouTube when they're talking. But I mean, there's
press 2.
Aaron, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Yeah, Facebook, by the way, y'all are like super low. So I get it's the only one with audio issues.
Yeah, I don't. So if you guys are on Facebook listening to us, we recommend that you go to YouTube. You'll have a much better, much clearer sound. I don't know why it does that, but I mean, we're broadcasting straight to YouTube, and then YouTube goes everywhere else. So maybe that's part of it. Don't know. But welcome to the show, Aaron. I mean, we know a little bit about you, but tell everybody a little bit more about you. I mean, for the show, let's just pretend that nobody out there, maybe somebody's in for the first time. Who the hell are you and what do you do?
So I'm Aaron. I'm the head judge for the Rock. I'm also a arcade repairman by day and night at this point. And I've been playing the game since Arkham Asylum, competitively.
Aaron and I have known each other, I think, just pre-War of Light, somewhere in that area. That's how far we go back, which I don't know when War of Light was first released. But and we knew each other before War of Light, but it's somewhere in a year time period previous to War of Light, I think, is when we started really talking and getting to know each other. Does that sound right, Aaron?
Yeah. War of Light for itself in the ballpark.
I consider Aaron a very good friend. I think he considers me a very good friend, and we've known each other for quite a while and had some ups and downs, but mostly ups. And I think highly of him. So one of the things that I would say about Aaron is there's probably nobody in this world more enthusiastic about HeroClix than he is, that actually cares about the game. And 214-ish.
Talking about War of Light, probably.
Yeah, sounds about right. So hey man, we're just past our 10th year anniversary. What, you didn't get me anything.
Right?
You didn't get me anything for
that. I'll figure something out.
Anyway, hey, it's 11 years, and 11's a special time for me. We'll celebrate the 11th year anniversary because 11
there
years.
You go.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Anyway, he's more enthusiastic about HeroClix. You won't find anybody that has tried to involve himself in the game and support the game, promote the game more than Aaron. And mostly on his own free time and without getting any kind of compensation. And people started recognizing that. And of course, he's been by my side for quite a while, and obviously he's the Rockhead judge, and he does a great job. And WizKid started recognizing that. He's just worked his way reputably through the system from there, and continues to grow in that system. And he also he runs events. Yeah, I mean, when I need a judge, even at a smaller event, if he's available, he's who I would call. And obviously, he runs the Rock Cup. And he just got back from running a big event in New Orleans. People call for him to run events all the time. Um, and then, of course, he runs his own local events. But King of New Orleans was this past weekend, and they ran a two versus two for the first time we've seen that. We're really gonna talk about that in just a second. Uh, it was a sealed event, and it was 400 points. It was basically a supercharged, converted into a two versus two um, event, and then they also had a modern age tournament, 300 points. I know less about that than I do because I was because I was more intrigued with the two versus two. So, Aaron, how did you think the two versus two went?
Pretty good. A lot of great feedback from it. There's some small tweaks to make. We're gonna adjust the point level, and it's more of the table talk adds into your turn. So whereas like a normal team event, you're playing a game solo with the opponent. So if you and Nathan are sitting there together, you can be like, hey Nathan, like I'm setting up these shield people to boost your damage for your Thor at a collector's trove. Now he can get that boost for damage when he does his big attack. You can kind of plan out those moves more, and it feels more like a team effort versus like I'm playing by myself and I hope he does well too. No, we're playing together, and that's really what I wanted with that event was a community-themed idea.
Yeah, and it's also a situation where we can say, hey, let's go after Bob. We're just going to go hardcore after Bob and go in that direction. So the rules, so that there's 400 points, so you conceivably can have five actions if you got leadership. Um, where did you? What was the starting areas? Because you're playing on a 4x4 map, right? A regular 4x4 map.
Right. So we use the Brock's Bunker. It's set up like a normal game, except both players use the starting row.
Okay. Well,
So it's not BR style at all. It's very much this is our team, and we can position how we need to.
oh, so I could actually slide one figure all the way to the left, even though I'm playing from the right, at because that figure is going to maybe assist Nate a little bit more if we're teamed together. For whatever reason, maybe it's a barrier figure. I need to place it over there, and I need to put barrier up in front of his stuff, something like that.
Yeah. Basically, so beyond stuff like that, powers like Empower, Enhancement, the Shield TA, Hydra, Police, those all work across both one team's entire force. So you can, hey, I've got this cop over here. That -1 to defense will be really good for your ranged combat person. Or I've got a really good close combat attacker, and you've got some Empower already set up for me to get right next to. So I'm going to jump over there, so don't move those guys.
And you can't, I can't mind control my partner's figures. He can't mind control mine. I can
Correct.
enhancement. I can't pick up his figures and carry them, right?
Not currently, but I'm looking at doing, that's part of my tweak is allowing like carries. So if you need to position, you can.
What about TK?
You can TK.
So I can TK Nate's figure forward to send him up for the next turn, or back to protect him, or whatever. What about
Yeah.
support? Can I support a figure can I heal one of his figures?
It didn't happen in New Orleans, but it will be available going forward.
Okay. So it's kind of like this power. We have to have a list of powers that work together and powers that don't work together. Do you have that list?
Yeah, the one I'm updating to submit to WizKids for my post New Orleans report.
Well,
We'll have a list of that.
I have
But
some
right
interest.
now, so
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I have some
So
interest here.
updated stuff.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the updated powers will be like defend, leadership, support. Basically, most of the things that require you to look for a friendly character, those are going to give those boosts to your entire team. Then we've got Shield, like I said, Police, Hydra, Masters of Evil is going to be added. Team Player, you'll be able to copy Nate's like whatever copyable team abilities he has. And then, like, based off the sets you're using, it could also include the Sinister Syndicate. We've got Spider-Man coming up, and then we've got the Batman Enemy that does the same idea there. So it's really about the synergy of those abilities, and I have to walk a really careful line to not, like, make it super synergy to where it's like we did everything, but there's no separation of the two forces. Like, I still want it to feel like this is still my force. I just get to partner up with yours. So I have to be careful.
Yeah, I told Jonathan, who you know, wanted to run a 2 versus 2, and he was thinking of constructed. I'm like, no, I don't want to run a constructed. It's too crazy. A sealed, it works. This was a sealed. I think it could be fun in a sealed. A constructed scares the hell out of me because of all the things you just said. I just think there's too much that could be. Now, what about prob? So how does prob work? I can prob once on my turn, once on my opponent's turn? That means that I can't prob on my mate's turn because it's not my turn and he's not my opponent. Is that correct? Or how does it work?
That was correct for this event. So your probs had to be like strategic.
Say that again.
Said your probs needed to be strategic. So yeah, you're right. You couldn't prob Nate currently, but that's one of the things I'm looking at for going forward. Is probs on your turn means you and your partner, not just you.
Okay, because I mean that's kind of important. I mean, you think like in Battle Royal, I can prob me on my turn and I can prob everybody else, but Nate's would not be my opponent. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So what I'd like you to do, because we're going to run it, we might run it this Wednesday. We might even we might try it out Wednesday, and then we might end up making it a weekend event of it. I need you to send me the rules for everything, if you got them.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're going to follow.
I'll work that over. Okay. Yeah, I'll get that finished up.
All right, and we're going to run it. We're definitely going to run it sealed. I do not. I just think that format would be just totally nuts. I think it could be so abusive.
It would pretty much just end up being a 600-point modern.
Well, that's the other thing. Another question I
got.
But two players.
So Ryan Redmond was already looking at constructed version of this. So they're looking at 200 points for each team's player.
That's what I said.
It's just 400 points together.
That's what I said.
I think that would work. I tell you another place it might work. Okay, of course I think that if you like in Pulp, if you ran a Pulp format and you considered the fact that both players would follow the Highlander rule, so like if I ran Thanos, he couldn't run Thanos. I think the Pulp format may be good for this, but I think when you get into real trying to run 300-point modern, or even silver, I just think it would just get nuts. So let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
When you pull your boosters, so you're using you're using Trove boosters, 2 Trove boosters and 1 Black Panther per person.
Mm-hmm.
So when we open those up, do we share those, or do I get mine and he get his?
So what we did is we shared them. So it's 6 boosters, 4 Trove, 2 of whatever, and then you're basically building your 2 teams out of that. That it gives it that 3v3 feel, but it's still like real personal because it's just you and your buddy playing together.
We're probably going to run a 300-point. You just get 2 booster thing, which would be 4, but we think that's enough. Nate, I'm not doing all the talking, man. Jump in there.
Well, I'm interested about the modern. If you want to, we can keep talking about that, or I just wanted to ask Aaron how the modern went. What came about in that? Could be the first modern tournament that I've heard about.
So if Howard's done with 2v2, we can pivot to the modern stuff. Okay. Modern went well. I actually expected a little bit more Kong than we got. It was very much Dariao and Prime Colossus and the usual suspects, but
Trove
wasn't
as
much
in
Kong. Yeah, no, Trove wasn't legal because it had just released actually. So
we don't know how that's going to impact. I mean, we're going to have the modern is going to be changing terrain very fast because it's going to be Trove, and then right behind it is Spider-Man, and then it's not very long behind that. I mean, we're 3 months from the Cup, guys. That's in May. At the Cup, we're expecting to use Smash and Destroy because it gets released that month. So you're going to have one set that's just out, another set that just came that is about to come out, and then that set within a 3-month period. That's 3 new sets. That's really, I don't know if we've seen that in HeroClix before. I don't remember anything going boom, boom,
not
boom
that fast, no.
So Aaron said that he saw a bunch of Yao. So if Trove wasn't legal, I could only imagine there's just going to be more when it is because of the weapon.
Yep, Universal is going to make her a lot more potent.
Yeah.
But so I was talking to one of the players there that weekend. Actually, I actually think the Universal weapon makes the Black Lanterns more playable now. Now I don't have to worry about if I don't have TK because I can just give anyone TK with the Universal weapon. It's gonna let a couple of things that are hindered from having to go into like monster or whatever keyword that we're missing some support powers. They're gonna get them out of Trove. So I'm actually excited about some of the Trove equipment.
Like I said, we're going through. It's going to be. We are throwing things in there so fast that when we're building, if we were to play, when we play a constructed event, now I wonder. A set's got to be out for a week. We probably, Aaron, while we're talking about it, you and I, we probably should make whether I don't know when Hulk is going to come out. I don't know if it's coming out the week of or 2 weeks previous, but we probably should just go ahead and state that Hulk will not be legal for modern age play at the Cup, I think.
I mean, we're not playing modern at the Cup anyway, so.
Well, even
I can do it.
Well, you know what I mean. They would qualify as in the Silver Age. I just think that because the newness and not, I think we should just say it's not going to be legal because, we want to give people time to build teams, and then you have to edit your team I just don't think we should. I imagine there's going to be some pretty powerful stuff in Smash and Destroy. It just sounds powerful. But I think,
I'm fine. I'm fine with calling it early.
Okay.
And I'll say this now. Like the reason I wanted Panther to drop into the States series was that it was pushed back so far that it should have been legal before we even started States.
Yeah.
And I was just like, players have waited long enough. Let's see what it does.
Yeah.
And it adjusted the meta at the end, but it wasn't like, oh no, everything is Black Panther. So that is why I pushed for that.
I don't think it's necessary because we do States. I've been doing States in like a 2-month time period. I mean, when we first started States, guys, I don't know if you guys were playing HeroClix or not, but those that were, the first States we did, what the requirement was it had to be run in a 2-week time period. So we had every event across the world, across the United States, running in a 2-week time period on all the states. And
I'm so glad we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I kept spreading it out and giving it a little bit more time to finally we're at a 2-month time period now. And it allows venue, it allows you to go to multiple events and events not to interfere with each other if they schedule them right. And it also because we do that, you can say this is a downside or a plus side, I don't know, is that when you start States, what is in the meta in the beginning the meta could have changed at the end in a 2 month time period because of set releases, iconics, pieces going into the game.
Yeah.
So, and that's okay with me. I mean, I don't. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't think it's necessary for things to be exactly the same from start to finish. The States is kind of a funny thing because I hear people talk about. I remember in the early days, some people were upset about people coming from outside their states into the state to play. They wanted to be a state championship. Man, there's some. If we didn't do it that way, some of the attendance would be so low in some of the states because of it just getting people in that state not having enough
Well,
players.
yeah, like there was 50. How many this year? 54, right? Something like that.
56.
56. I mean, I can only imagine like some of those events would have had like 10 people or
Yeah.
8 people or 7 people or something. I mean, you wouldn't have even really been able to play very well. Like the nights that we only have 6 to 8 people or whatever, you only played. Last time Rick and them were here, we only played 2 rounds and there was only one
Yeah.
undefeated left. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
You end up getting your locals and people. It's just not a good. People will drive for these events. It's not fair to the venue either because I got to make it to. I try to make it to where the venue makes money. I mean, and if you're in a situation where you're spending that much money for a kit and you have to depend on only people within your state, you are severely handicapped.
Yeah.
And not to mention when you get up in the northeastern states, the proximity is sometimes like we have Tennessee's close for us, and we got a little bit of distance to go to the other states. But there's some states up north that you could live like in Delaware, and you could be like 2 hours from 4 different state events.
Yeah.
Aaron, what do you got? What are you talking about?
Oh, it's the puppy.
I know.
Yeah, no, you're good. So let's finish up with Nate's want to know about modern. So modern at the event actually did go pretty well. We had a couple of hiccups. Both made it on the stream, and those are player-related incidents.
Who won states? I mean,
I've addressed those and others.
Who was the king?
Ed won the whole event.
Ed won. What did Ed run? Tell us about his team.
You there?
Yeah, we're here, and he was asking what his team was.
Yeah, what did Ed run?
Oh, hold on. I'll pull it up.
All right.
Okay, that's me. There it is. Benton says hi.
I hear.
All right. King of New Orleans. Hurry up.
Then I guess
Right.
after we go over that, if you wanna, if there's anything that showed up there team wise or whatever that was kind of out there,
Yeah.
I'd like to know about that too.
Well, Aaron and I like those out there teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember teams.
Just cool teams.
Not
that
everybody
showed
else
up.
Yeah.
does.
No, I love those out there teams. But I go way
All right,
back. I remember a bouncing boy team way back at Dragon Con.
Yeah. So Ed's team was at REO with the Trick Arrows at 100, Colossus Prime at full with Bucky's Arms. He had Death Metal Wonder Woman, the equipment making Shuri with the Avatar of a Tomb, and the Timebreaker Bystander.
So to be able to get stuff out there. Okay.
Yeah, and then he had Ares, Atum, Beetlejuice, Kassan, and 2 Midnight Angels on his sideline.
No, that's a good team.
Yeah. The Past Blasters with John DeGilio with second place. Past Theme Team with Aquanix with Avatar of Amit, Zala Jarrell with Avatar of a Tomb, Pegasus Cap with Bucky's Arm, Prime Reverse Flash with the Broadsword Construct, Green Man with Avatar of Khonshu, the Harley Quinn Chase with the Trick Arrows, and Prodegaton with Avatar of Turret. Excuse me.
Nobody's running my stuff that I like to run. I one of the reasons I didn't come down there, I mean, I had so much going on, and I did not have enough time to even think about a modern age team, and I know there's some
No,
pieces that I want to play, but I just didn't have time.
your guy is actually on the third build. So Scott Crampton ran an unteamed team with Blue Beetle Prime with a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Kong as the avatar of Gaia. Major Logan, Main Force with a motorcycle. Legacy Black Panther with a tomb. Space Ghost. Miles Morales that gives out the Spider-Man tomb ability to people. Weasel and the Time Breaker.
He's got a couple of pieces that I like. There's some other stuff that I would have went in there. I mean, Blue Beetle and the Black Panther is something I like playing. Did nobody had Beetlejuice on the sideline?
Yeah, no, Beetlejuice was on each one so far.
Okay. How much was Beetlejuice? Was Beetlejuice on everybody's team?
I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah.
I can actually look at that. Hold.
I'm
let me
sure
read
it was.
fourth place because I want to give the guys flowers. Charles, actually, I'll go back and read his name right. Charles Renardio. Sorry. He ran Assassin. Hidari at 60. Talon Prime with a tomb. The Deadpool and Hitmonkey Chase with a trick arrow. Murrin Main Force. Green Man with broadsword construct. Predicatan at 20 points. Weasel and a Time Breaker. He was.
That's your
so
team.
John and Charles are both New Orleans players.
Yeah.
And this is the first time the New Orleans locals have showed up and actually been a major threat to everybody. And it was really nice to actually see.
So you said he
We've
had a
been
Green
working to get
Lantern?
them.
Do what?
Which Green Lantern did he have?
The Joker, I think.
No, he had Green Man.
Oh, Green Man.
Green Man with
okay.
broadsword.
Sorry,
Joker,
I was
yeah.
like, which Green Lantern's good enough right now to play?
But that team that he just said is a team that you wouldn't expect to play against. And that one would catch you by surprise.
And then I will give the next gentleman his last build read off because it is a unique team, and I was actually proud of him. He did really good. So it's Wes, actually. He took fifth. He ran the Deadpool and X-Force Magneto Super Rare with the trick arrows.
Okay.
Butterfly, Legacy Panther, Ramonda, Timebreaker Pog, Starro at 20 with Avatar of Khonshu, and the Weasel Pog. He had Beetlejuice, Brother Voodoo Prime, Khonshu, Kid Omega, Mern, and Shuri on his sideline. Magneto was tearing some people up, so it was cool to see that. That's the first time I've ever seen that fig hit the map, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
Good.
I like that fig sculpt a lot. The first time I read him, I thought he was okay, and then after that, I kind of wrote him off.
I think as the plant builds are going to take an uptick, he's going to get stronger. So the plants are definitely out and about this round.
Don't we have a current watch list going on right now? Or do they ever?
You talking about from Modern?
Yeah.
They have not officially released any watch list.
I know when I'm talking to Wiz Kids at all, they're extremely busy working on conventions and events and everything that's what they just seem to be focused on right now. I think there's a lack of attention to these things, not because they don't think it's important, it's that the other things are more important.
Yeah, there's some stuff in the pipeline as far as we're getting ready for Adepticon and a couple other shows they're working on.
Yeah. You going to Adepticon?
I hope.
Are you going to Adepticon?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of the judge staff.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's why I was asking. I'm not going. That's a pretty good haul for us. That's Wisconsin. So I mean, I mean, I've been to Chicago and played before, but it's. I just don't want to go to Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like I've never been there. Sure, let's go.
Well, I've always heard good things about it, and I know they had a good event last year. I would expect they'd have a better event this year, but it's not something I want to go to. I mean, I like to travel. I mean, wherever Worlds is at outside of Philadelphia. Sorry, Philadelphia. I would go to it. I just don't want to go back to Philadelphia.
That was a rough weekend up there.
I did not like. Yeah, I did not like the setup. I did not like the convention center. Didn't like the way it was run. I just won't go back there. But pretty much wherever Worlds is going to be, which I like 95% sure it's still going to be in Memphis based on the things I'm hearing. I'm going to go to that. And Nationals, if it's at Gen Con, which I'm sure it probably will be, they're likely going to go to that. And anything else, I'm kind of looking in a radius of like 6, 7 hours that I want to go to. The reason I don't go down to Florida, I mean, one of these days I probably will end up going. I've been to Orlando before and played an event, so it's not unusual for me to do it. But I, it's just a bad time of year for me to go to that event. We got the Cup coming up. I got things going on here. I got lots of stuff happening, things being released outside of HeroClix, um, plus HeroClix. It's just not a, it's just never, that just doesn't fit into me. They used to have it closer to Christmas, and there was no way I could go in January. I mean, just after Christmas, it was just bad.
I will say, Florida is definitely a really good event. So if you can actually figure out and go, I'd tell you definitely need to go.
Well, one day I probably will. I have nothing against that event. I think David Newmark is a great guy. I think the things that they're doing is great. I just, it's not the event that's not attractive to me. It's the time of year, and it's me. I have other things I want to do. Like last year, I went and did a lot of traveling, and I don't know what I'm going to do this year. We were going to go to Disney in October, but the rest of the family is asking to wait another year, so we're going to wait another year, which means I'm going to probably pick out something else to do. I may go visit Dennis again. Dennis isn't here to hear that. Dennis is with his wife. That's why he's not in tonight, and they went to some place 2 hours outside. They're visiting somebody or went with somebody, one of her friends, and which of course I made fun of him. I said, okay, I see how it is. As soon as she gets back, you take off and you go somewhere, but you wouldn't even bother going to New Orleans and seeing me.
I gave him down the road about not coming to New Orleans.
Do what?
So I said I gave him a lot of hell about New Orleans too.
Good. He felt really bad, and I like making him feel worse. But because if he would have went, I would have been there. If Dennis would have said he wanted to go, I was going to go. I would have went a little early and stayed a little late, and just to spend some time with him. I would have done it. But he will be here for the Cup. He will be here. He's excited. I gave him. I got something that I can talk about to you I can't talk about it online, but I can talk to. I kind of gave a maybe thing to Dennis, and he's like really like he's really really happy. I'll tell you about it when I talk to you next. I've got a few things to talk to you about from talking to Scott today.
Yeah.
And Alex, and talking to Scott and Alex. I need to update you. I don't know if we need to do that tonight, but we can do that over the weekend. You working all weekend or what?
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm basically like a closer, so if you want to reach out after 6 on Sunday, I can definitely take a call.
Well, after 6 on Sunday is the Super Bowl, my friend. Nobody's going to want to talk to you then.
Yeah, you're going to be eating wings half the time anyway, so you can call and talk when you're not paying attention.
Well, I'm making wings, and we're watching the Super Bowl, man. I don't see where I have time for you in between wings and football. I just don't see it. But
I'm just saying that you're not invested in either team if you're going to be eating wings. I know how you are with football.
We'll talk. We might can squeeze in something tomorrow. But anyway, it's not long. I just need to update you on some stuff. That's all.
Yeah, and then the one that I want to say about New Orleans is the events are the like icing on the cake for me there. I'm glad we had our time that we did. Gives me hope for what we're going for in the future. But the real like idea behind King of New Orleans is for everyone in the community to like do stuff together beyond just gaming. And New Orleans is a good town for that. And a lot of people finally got to see what I was aiming for over the weekend. And so a lot of it built up, like I can't wait for next year, because if we do it around this time again, it leads us to being able to go to Chewbacca's again, or some kind of parade, or next year, depending on dates everybody picks, it could actually be there the weekend before WrestleMania, and that's big for a lot of us that like HeroClix too. So it's like we go play HeroClix, and then a chunk of us stay and
Where
do
did y'all?
WrestleMania after.
What was the venue that you used for this?
Pandemonium Gaming.
Is the stream working correctly? Because it looks like it's froze on.
You have it paused.
Did it?
Yeah, you have it paused. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I paused
Yeah,
it.
you're moving.
Okay, I paused it there on ours. It's fine. All right, it's working now. All right, so where'd you say it was at, and how big was it?
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium Games.
Pandemonium Gaming.
How big of a venue is it?
Big enough to have 100 players comfortably,
Okay.
based on like the map sizes and stuff.
Okay.
They're actually looking at getting a new potential venue just because they think they're outgrowing their current one.
All right.
Based on the other games they play, they're a big store for Yu-Gi-Oh and some other stuff. But
Okay.
but yeah, they took care of us. It was good. So.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to tell you good night. You stay tuned for the auction. I don't know if you bid on anything. The auction is ended, and people are waiting for us to open up their boosters, so we need to get that underway.
Well, go ahead, man.
All right, man. You have a good night, and I'll talk to you
guys soon.
All right, bye.
It was nice talking, Aaron.
See you tonight.
Okay. With that, we're going to take the headsets off because we don't need them. And I think that if you talk, you can take the microphone up too. But I mean, you also just lay it right there so we get a little bit of, or not, whatever you want to do. And let's go ahead and let's add some prizing in real quick while Nate's getting everything ready. We'll just need to go up here.
Legacy card.
Yep, legacy card goes in. And then let's grab some stuff over here. Let's see. I see a Captain America from Avengers Defenders. In you go. I see a Joker from Joker's Wild. It's the one that's sitting down with the camera. Didn't they make a legacy? That's a legacy figure, I think. Pretty sure it is. Somebody might get a good deal there. Let's get this. Let's get another Joker. This one's going to be for Harley. We're going to do a Morgue Legacy card. We're going to do a Beast Team Up card. We'll stay away from tarot cards because I don't remember which ones I got in there. And let's do one more something another. Let's grab, what are these guys? Let's grab, let's do that one. This is from storyline event, X-Men storyline event. It's Nimrod the Greater. We'll throw that in there. Now it's the time that everybody likes to participate in. We're gonna. I didn't know where that's coming from. We're going to pick a bounty figure. So we're looking for a super rare out of the set. If you pull that super rare out of your booster, you win the bounty, which is significantly high. I think we've got like 5 or 6 legacy cards in there right now, which means we've added prizing 5 or 6 times. Name a super rare figure, guys. The first figure that gets nominated twice will be the bounty figure. So go to it. Name a figure. Everybody all at once. Name a figure. That means type on your keyboard and put in a name of a figure. Nobody's wanting to talk tonight. Come on, guys. Here we go. Here comes our first nomination. We got Ulysses. Ulysses. Somebody can second that, and that will be our figure, or they can name something else. Oh, Juggernaut. We got a Juggernaut. We got a Ulysses. People are typing. Bloodstone would be with Ulysses. So are you saying Ulysses? I guess you're saying Ulysses. So it would be Ulysses with the Bloodstone. So I can accept that. So Ulysses it is with the Bloodstone. And there we go. Ulysses it is. I think everybody, except for on the feed, who wanted Juggernaut wants Ulysses. And now we're getting another nomination, but we've already got it. Ulysses it is. Oh, that's the guy that named Bloodstone. Yeah, yes, Ulysses is what he meant. So we're going to, Ulysses we're looking for. We're now going to open up booster 1. Good luck, everybody. Let's pull a God Pack. Let's pull a Ultra Chase. Let's do something good. And we've done both. We've done both on the show. I think we pulled 2 Ultra Chases on the show, and we pulled 1 God Pack, right? So far, it's not bad.
I don't know if we pulled a God Pack so far.
Did we not? I guess maybe
We
it's
just
in
got
the
2
store.
Ultra Chases. The store got a few of them though.
All right, so we got a common Kree Accuser. We got a Diabolic Bargain one-shot. We got a Kree Soldier common, White Widow common, a Gamora uncommon, and we got a Groot rare. That looks very much like a Battle Royal pull from the other night for one of us.
Alright, booster number 2. You've got a common Rocket, common Thieves Guild member, a common The Collector, uncommon Iron Man, and a rare Giant Man. And then you've got the Pym Particles one-shot.
I think that Giant Man's decent.
He's done pretty good
Yeah.
every one of the games I've played with him.
So let's go to number 3. Number 3, we're looking for something good. Are we going to get something good? All right, we got a Monica Rappaccini uncommon. We got a Drax rare, which Drax has done pretty good in events too. Kree Soldier common. We got a Rocket common. We got a Space Gem one shot. And we got somebody worked really good for you tonight, an Iron Man Sentry.
Yeah.
Thanos is pal.
Alright, we're on booster number 4. Booster number 4, you've got a common Shield Agent, uncommon Star-Lord, uncommon Monica Rappaccini. You've got the super rare Namor with the Cosmic Cube.
So that's the first decent pull that we've had.
Yep, and then you've got the Soul Siphon and Soul Gem one-shots.
So we were playing, his nephew had, I don't know if he had the Prime he had the Prime, and we had a lot of water on the map, and he was playing Namor with the gem. It was a little difficult.
I didn't even see what happened on that side of the map the whole game. Me and you and Joaquin were all about fighting, so...
Well, he was playing Jonathan, and Jonathan was getting kind of worked by him, but there wasn't a whole lot of action going on.
Yeah.
So, anyway, got a Swarm Advance common, a Thanos common, a Evil Entwinement one shot, a Winter Soldier rare, Thieves Guild common, Nebula uncommon.
Alright. Booster number 6. Whoever's got booster number 6 is going to be happy. You got a common White Widow, a common The Collector.
Yeah, who's got number 6?
Common Iron Man Sentry.
Speak up if you got 6.
Uncommon Mantis. And then you've got the Chase Agatha.
5. That's McCoy. McCoy.
And I Must Have It one shot.
Yep, McCoy. Congratulations. You got the first chase of the night. And that's a good chase. I think that she's going to maybe see a little bit of play. Great utility piece. She does it kind of all, but Nate's worried about her point value. There you go. Good job, buddy. Congrats.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm worried about, I think. I think she's a little bit more of a challenging piece to play as well. I think you need to be a better player to be able to utilize her. But
Rare Ulysses, Grizzly, I'm sorry. I was about to say Ulysses. Shield Agent common, Gambit uncommon, Cosmo common, Diabolic Bargain one shot, Baby Groot common, and that would be it. So far, 1 super rare, 1 chase, all pulled by Nate, none pulled by me. Nate's your new best friend.
All right, we're on booster number 8. You've got a common Thanos, a common The Collector, common Shield Agent, uncommon Hall of the Accuser, and you've got a rare Groot.
Okay.
And your one shot is a I must have it.
All right, so we're going into number 9. Number 9. I think somebody might be happy. Howard may have finally pulled something decent. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally pulled something decent. Which this is a clue to know what you got. You got a one shot to Me, My Hammer. Then you got Swarm Vance Common. You've got a Cosmic Rider, which is in high demand right now. It's a pretty good figure. And then you got an Iron Man Uncommon. And then you got a Better Ray Bill, which is my favorite figure in this set, with Stormbreaker. So that's... You also got another one shot. You got 2 one shots in this. You got Diabolic Bargain also. So 2 one shots. That's pretty good. Again, that's my favorite figure in this set. He does a lot. I mean, he's a good figure. First of all, he's a good figure by himself. The fact that he can remove his hammer and not take damage, fantastic, and deals damage at the same time. But the biggest thing is he allows all power cosmic to be outwitted is huge.
All right, so we're on booster number 10. Whoever's got booster number 10, speak up. You're going to be really happy. You're starting off with a common Swarm of Ants, uncommon Wasp, a rare Drax, and then you've got the super rare Ulysses Bloodstone and the Bloodstone. So you've
We got it tonight.
bounty.
What number is that?
It's number 10.
Number 10. Let's see if we can figure out who that is. If you're number 10, speak up. Otherwise, I'm looking for you.
And then you've got 2 one-shots. You've got the Mind Gem and Evil Entwinement.
It's not showing here, so I'd have to go to the cell. Who's got number 10? Somebody speak up. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Who's got 10? I can look at the cells. I brought a bag just for the, go ahead and, came prepared tonight, Nate. We give out 2 bounties, and I'm not so prepared, but go ahead and, oh, look at there. I am prepared. I got 2 bags. So if we give out the other one, so we can dump all of this, do you, we got to pause for just a second. Who's got number 10? Number 10, I've got legacy cards here. I need to know if you want me to open them or not. If you don't, if somebody does not speak up, I will not open them. I will just drop them in the bag. I want to count how many legacy cards. That tell me how many bricks we went also on this bounty. Pretty good loot. Number 10, if you have booster number 10, we would really like to know that you have booster number 10.
I don't know if anybody's going to speak up.
All right, so this is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we went 5 bricks.
It would be the 3rd week.
Yeah, so we went 5 bricks. Nobody's speaking up, so I'm going to put those into the, and it'll be mailed to you when you paid. I won't open them unless you tell me to. All right, so I'm on my last booster. I think that Nate's got all the glory. It's outside one Better Ray Bill by me. We got a number 11. Guess you could say this was an even night. You're an even number. You did good on the first break. But I mean, I would be happy with a Better Ray. All right, so Rocket Common, One Shot Power Gem, Cosmo Common, Adaptoid Common, Winter Soldier Rare, Hala the Accuser Uncommon.
All right, so we're on booster number 12. Booster number 12, you've got a common Thief Guild member, a common Baby Groot, a common Iron Man Sentry, uncommon Nebula, and then you've got the rare Iron Man.
All right.
You've got a Reality Gem one shot.
All right, so we're done with the first brick. Because we pulled the super rare, we're going to have to do another one. Let's go ahead and add some prizes in first. So you can throw the tarot card. I mean, throw in the legacy card off the next one. I'm gonna throw in a Justice tarot card. I'm gonna throw in a Mr. Sinister team up card.
Legacy card going in.
Yep. And then I've got a Wonder Woman legacy card. I've got a Dr. Minerva Prime. I've got a Magenta super rare. I've got a Galaxy of the Guardians booster. And let's throw in a Famine LE from Storyline. I think that gets us started. Which side have you been writing on? That one?
I just got them out. I haven't
Yeah, I know,
read
but I
any
mean,
of them yet.
seems like
I've been writing on the back.
okay.
Alright. Are we getting another,
Yeah,
amount?
while he's numbering them, let's go ahead and pick another super rare figure for this one. So, guys, what super rare do you want this time to be our bounty figure? Brand new bounty, just starting off. Start naming figures. Starting all over again. So, name that figure. Need another super rare. 2 nominations. Oh, here comes the first one. Juggernaut. Juggernaut is the first. I got a message here from somebody. I'm gonna look at that. Why? So I got the first nomination of a Juggernaut. I'll look at it in just a second. I need to after we get this. I do have a message up here, I think. ST Jimmy. I don't know what all that means. He just made me a picture. I don't know why he's sending that to me, but okay. Anyway, who's our? We need us. All right, we got Juggernaut. I got 1 nomination for Juggernaut. I need a second nomination for Juggernaut, or I need a new figure. Come on, guys. Need nominations. Okay. I got your message, Timmy. I don't know what happened. It was something that we probably won't get to till Monday. My daughter ships these things out, and I will have to ask her what she did. So just hang tight, and we'll get you an answer on Monday. We got a second. All right, so we got Jugs. Jugs it is. That is Jugs, not Jugger Duck. All right, so what's my next one? This is upside down. 13. All right, so we're going to...
no, it shouldn't be upside down. It should be good. 21.
Okay. So I got 13. Feels a little heavy. I don't know if it's about a Juggernaut. Yeah, as I said, Timmy, I'm reading it. I understand. We will take care of you. Just hang tight. We'll find out what happened, and we'll fix it.
And McCoy said he didn't realize that. He said he got the bounty, and he said, if you can open the legacies, it's fine.
We have a...
You can do it after this.
We have a 2-minute time period that you have to claim the bounty prizes, otherwise you don't get them. So sorry. We've decided Nate and I are going to keep them for ourselves. So I mean, we'll open up the freaking legacy cards when we want. I'm just kidding, man. We'll open up in just a minute. All right. So here we go. Well, you're having a good night, man. You had the chase and the bounty. That's a pretty good haul for the first go around. All right, so we got a Giant Man rare, a Gambit uncommon, Adaptoid common, White Widow common, a Pim Particles one shot, and something else. What else? What is back there? Is that something else? What is it? What is it? Oh, a Thieves Guild member common. Cards were stuck together a little bit. So, anyways, that's our first one. We are looking for Juggernaut. You have a Juggernaut over there? Okay. Who has booster number 14?
14. You've
14. Don't tell them until they give them a chance to answer. I mean, you can go ahead and tell the other stuff. Who's got 14?
You've got a common Kree soldier, common swarm of ants, uncommon Star Lord, uncommon Nebula, and then you've got a Soul Siphon one shot. And there's
Let me
one
see if
more
I can-
figure in here.
Yeah, let me see if I can find who has 14. If it's on this sheet, easy, and nope. So who has 14, guys? Come on, tell us. Somebody's typing. Yay! Again?
All right, well,
Holy cow!
you're having a good night. You've got the Chase Deadpool.
Chase Deadpool. That's 2 chases and the bounty figure for you, man. And don't forget that my address that you're supposed to send that extra $100 to for opening up these boosters. Just don't forget it, okay? All right, number 15. And I get really you shouldn't send it to me. If you're going to send any money, you should send it to Nate because Nate's the one that's opening up everything. Not me tonight. But we might still have a prime in here. We might still have a juggernaut. We'll see. There's been nights when I've opened up everything you have, and it just works out that way. All right, so we got a one-shot evil entwinement. A lot of us have been in those kind of marriages. Kree Accuser common, Adaptoid common, White Widow common, a Mantis uncommon, and a Cosmic Rider rare. And that would be it.
Booster number 16. You got a Baby Groot common, a Thieves Guild member common, Thanos common, Monica Rappaccini uncommon, and then you've got the Iron Man Prime rare.
Well, we can hold this in the rock cup. It's fine there.
One shot.
Yep.
Iron Man Prime was the good thing in the fact that.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, so all my hopes are is for a God Pack or an Ultra Chase, or which is still possible, or a. I don't think the Ultra Chase would be pulled with it. No, it usually comes with a Chase too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we still always have a chance.
I don't think the
Ultra
God Pack would be it because the ones I've seen come with Thanos. As
Yeah,
the
that's
normal
true.
Chase.
All right, so we got Hela the Accuser, uncommon, Kree Accuser, a lot of accusing in this pack. We got a Baby Groot common. We got Pim Particles. We got Wasp uncommon. We got I Must Have It, and then we got an Ant-Man super rare. Does he usually always come with Pim Particles in there as a one shot?
I think that he does. Him and then Iron Man usually, or not Iron Man, Thor usually comes with it to me. I think.
All right.
All right, booster number 18. You've got a common Swarm of Ants, common Cosmo, a common Kree Accuser, Soul Gem one shot. You've got a uncommon Iron Man and a rare Grizzly.
All right, we're going on to 19. It's really weird that we're not too very far away from having Spider-Man. I mean, this is going to be the fastest we've ever done a set. It's like we start 4 weeks later, we're on to something else. All right, so we got a Collector common. We got this is a good pack, by the way, because of what's in it. We got a Gambit uncommon. We got a Monica, a Rappaccini. We got a Power Gem, and we got I Must Have It. I don't think I pulled the money pieces, but I probably pulled the 2 pieces that are going to be played the most, I think. That's going to be Beta Ray Bill, and I think Ronan the Accuser, because of his weapon. I think you're going to see, we just talked universal weapon. So you got a universal weapon with Ronan the Accuser, and that's pretty good because that's going to get some play.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best, possibly the best equipment. Being able to choose powers is just really strong.
Yep.
All right, we're on booster number 20. Well, you've got a common The Collector, common Shield Agent, common Kree Soldier, uncommon Nebula, and then you've got a rare Drax, and an I Must Have It one shot.
Okay. And then I've got number 21 right here. We got a common sentry. We've got a shield throw one shot. We've got a Thanos common. We got a Cosmo common. We got an Iron Man uncommon. We got a Grizzly rare.
Alright, booster number 22. Got a common rocket, Space Gem one shot, common Kree Soldier, common Thanos, uncommon Star Lord, and then a rare Winter Soldier.
All right, this is my last booster, number 23. And it's not terrible. You got a Soul Gem one shot, a Wasp uncommon, a Group rare. You got a Shield Agent common. You also got a Time Gem, and you got a Yondu with a Yaku era. Is it Yaka? I guess it's Yaka era.
Alright,
Yaku, it sounds more right, but it is a Yaka.
last booster of the night. Booster number 24. You're starting off with a Reality Gem one shot. You got a common Iron Man Sentry, a common White Widow, a common Rocket, uncommon Gamora, and then a rare Cosmic Rider.
All right, well that's it for tonight for opening, but let's open up these the legacy cards for our big winner tonight. 2 chases in a bounty pile. Very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. All right. So, what legacy do you want? Do you have anything in specific that you want? If all the legacy cards, which one do you want? What do you think is the best legacy card? I really haven't.
Out of Trove?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I haven't looked into him enough.
they
think the Captain America is going to be playable just because he pulls so many pogs in that I think that might be good.
So we got Machine Smith.
But I haven't read them enough.
Machine Smith is the first one. He's typing. Let's see if he. Let's let him type. Captain America and Collector. Okay. Well, we'll try to pull that for you. Let's hope we get lucky. We got 5 chances here.
They always seem to be like at the top
Yeah.
where the ripping thing is.
Yeah.
I'm always scared I'm gonna rip them.
So this is a decent one. It's Iron Man 10.
Since I've got the tape over this one, you can do that one first.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
finagle this one to get the tape to.
So this is one I think is pretty good. He used to be the guy. I mean, it used to be the figure in the game. He doesn't do quite what the old one used to do, but I think he's still good. So you got a Nick Fury. Nate's not going to
Okay.
get a job at this.
Alright, and then this one's also the Machine Smith. So, you got 2 Machine Smiths.
Yeah, I got one like you now with a tape right there.
Yeah.
Jeez. Jeez. All right. Come on, Molecule Man. So we didn't pull what you wanted, but it's not terrible. You only got 1 dupe, so you got 4 unique ones.
So I'll go over those just one more time. You got a Molecule Man. Don't know why that happened. Iron Man, Nick Fury, Machine Smith, and Machine Smith.
All right, so with that, we're going to say goodnight, guys. We're going to stop the stream. Thank you guys for coming on. Hope everybody was happy with their pools. We will be back next week. We're going to be starting to take calls pretty soon. I think that we're getting that pretty much streamlined. We still got things we want to do, but we'll get around to them. It's just going to be a slow process. And I'm gonna start lining up some people to come on too. All right. So good night, everybody. You guys have a good weekend. Have a good Super Bowl. Next week is Valentine's Day, so we're gonna have like a. What day is the Valentine's Day on? Is it? It's actually on our next Friday. So we're gonna be having a Valentine's pool. I may do something with that. We have
Are
to
those
figure.
dead pools going to be shipped out by then?
Yeah.
Because you could try to do something with that, since it's a Valentine's thing. That would be.
I don't
The
know if we have.
easiest
Yeah, I
idea.
don't know if we'll have them then. We're supposed to, but I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna do something with Valentine's. Anyways, good night, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good week, everybody.